Now, when we end the day, we end with Chapter 1, Day 1, Learning Indicators. So the things that are most important from the chapter are the student learning indicators, and there's no reason to hide them from you. That's what we want you to get most from that day's class, and that's what we're looking at when we're designing tests and assessments like tests and quizzes. We're looking at these learning objectives to make sure that we're asking questions about them to make sure that you're actually understanding what's the very most important part of the chapter. So let's look back. I'm going to bring the learning objectives over here. I know they're a little bit small. The first one says, show how to correctly count significant figures using numbers with and without decimals. So counting Sig Figs with and without decimals. So if we jump up here, look right in here. We're counting Sig Figs. This whole section's about counting Sig Figs. And remember, we were talking about how to do it when we had a decimal, and then we also did examples without, as well as without zeros. So how do you count a number without zeros? That's that first learning indicator, is reviewing this page and making sure you've got that down correctly. The next question is, give an example that shows how to convert between standard and scientific notation. So let's go on into this section and look right in here. This whole section converts between standard and scientific notation. And then the last one is, explain the difference between a law and a theory. Well, if we go to the very top, remember we were talking about the scientific method, and we were saying that the law is what happens and the theory is our explanation for why it happens. So you want to fill in those indicators on your own, and they'll just help you review what we just covered and also have your information down for what you need to know for your tests.